YouTube, Dailymotion, Facebook, and Tumblr fans. What's going on? My name is Midnight Strike 3625, and today, for the first time since June, we're actually going to take a look at another request. And this one was requested by Mike S., something I wanted to get done for a very long time, actually since August. This is the album War of Words by Fight, their debut album released in 1993. This band is very, very significant because it contains one of the most prominent vocalists in heavy metal, none other than the legendary Rob Halford, singer of Judas Priest from, I believe, their inception until 1992 when he departed, and then he came back in the mid-2000s. So, very, very famous, prominent vocalist in heavy metal genre, and he is known for his high-pitched style vocals, as well as his versatility with other forms of singing, which is very evident on this album in particular because he actually portrays a lot of his high-pitched screaming, which sounds a little bit like Axl Rose and Mark Slaughter combined together, because he can really hit those high notes, but he's really gritty at the same time, much like Axl Rose. So he's just got a very, very good style, very awesome style of vocals. So, like I said, that's very prominent on this album. Very awesome album. Combines heavy metal, blues rock, hard rock, with the classic heavy metal that Judas Priest was known for, with a spin of Pantera-style groove metal. So it's a very varied album. It's got a lot of variation in its own genres, and some songs sound more bluesy, much like in the vein of AC/DC. Other songs sound like straight-up balls-out heavy metal, like Into the Pit. So you got a mixed bag with all of these different kinds of genres, all of these different kinds of riffs, and it's just a really sound, solid album overall. Really, the only songs I didn't like that much were Into the Pit and Kill It, and let me explain about that one. Into the Pit, well, it has a very good structure, albeit a little bit repetitive. The guitars are just phenomenal as well. The production's up there, but the vocals kind of kill it for me. No pun intended for the next one. The vocals, while they're good, they don't really seem to fit the style of this song that they were going for. They're too high-pitched. Maybe if he would have used his grit a little bit more so in this song, it would have been a lot better, but the high-pitched vocals really sound like they contrast with the rhythm instead of actually assist it in terms of appeal. So I don't know. I don't really like this song that much, but I can definitely see some positives about it. So I love the guitars, I love the crunch, just the sheer heaviness aspect of the guitars in this song, as well as on the entire album, but just these two songs stand out as the weakest links, in my opinion. Of course, the next one, this one kind of picks it up a little bit. He's got that grit, he's got that rasp again, and he sings a little bit lower on Nailed to the Gun, which is the second track, and I really like the chorus. It's a little bit repetitive, but it sounds amazing. It sounds really good. The riff structure is just where it needs to be. A lot of different technicalities on the guitar, more simplistic but mixed with a lot of technical stuff. Immortal Sin, this one was good. I really like actually the chorus again in this song, and it's a little bit slower than Nailed to the Gun. It's not as frantic per se, but it's got a lot of great vocals, a lot of great riffs on the guitar, and the drums really stand out, well, on Nailed to the Gun of course too, but on this one as well. Some of my favorite things. So War of Words, this one is another one of my favorites because I love the guitars, love the beginning riff, especially the intro. It's really awesome, and I'm going to keep listening to this, and I'm going to continue to listen to this for years to come. It's an awesome song. Laid to Rest, this is a slower one, a little bit more melodic, a little bit more bluesy, not to the point of Little Crazy, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but it is a very good effort, very good song. Laid to Rest, this one is kind of more droney a little bit. I mean, I like it, but it does kind of draw on for a little bit too long, especially in the chorus. And he doesn't necessarily, Rob Halford, per se, doesn't necessarily sound bored with it, but he sounds like he's sort of droning on or trying to elongate it a little bit in his vocals. The riffs are okay, not really as good as, say, War of Words and Life in Black, of course. Definitely not. But they're definitely up there. So basically, not one of my favorite songs, but not as weak as Into the Pit and Kill It for me anyways. Little Crazy, this one's got a really awesome intro, a little bit of strings in there. It sounds very bluesy, much like in the vein of AC/DC or no, not Aerosmith, maybe Aerosmith's like 70s stuff, but definitely not the pop influence that they are today. So just a lot of bluesy hard rock stuff going on in there, but it also has elements of metal, which really makes it the most varied song on the album. Probably my favorite, if not Life in Black and Nailed to the Gun. Maybe it's my third favorite, somewhere in there. But it is a very good song. Contortion, this one's pretty good. I like the guitars. Love the sound of Rob Halford's voice, of course. Goes along very well with the style that they're going for in this song. The riffs just kind of go on for a little bit. It's a very good song, though. Not really too technical, though. Kill It, like I said, one of the weaker songs. I don't know. It's one of the shorter songs on the album, but it just didn't really do it for me. So, Vicious, this is another good one. Reality, A New Beginning. It's a perfect closer for a good album. Got that technical aspect, that crunch, that heaviness factor that this album has been portraying very well, and it's got a good closer. Like I said, it's got a good beat. And overall, I really like this album, and I don't know, it just kind of got me into Judas Priest a little bit more, because before this, the only songs that I actually had were You've Got Another Thing Coming and Living After Midnight. So before this, I really wasn't that big of a Judas Priest fan. I mean, I'm still not really, but I actually got into their discography a bit more, because I got Painkiller, the rest of British Steel, very good, awesome stuff, straight up heavy metal. Rob Halford is a god, practically. So, thank you, Mike S., for getting me into a little bit more of their stuff, like you did with Dream Theater, kind of. Now they're slowly becoming my favorite band, Dream Theater, that is. So, overall, I'll probably give this album, 8.5 out of 10. It is a very good effort. So, with that, this is Midnight Strike 3625. Keep calm and rock on.